2001. Me and my boy used to play Madden all the time, right? This is when Madden was the only game to play. They didn't have any ESPN football. So he'd always run with Michael Vick. And what I'm getting at, this is a long story to make it more short, and a short story to make a long story short. But in 2001, he had the Falcons. And Madden is so unrealistic, you couldn't stop Michael Vick. He would run for 700 fucking yards every fucking game. And I'd get pissed off. Because that ain't happening. That ain't realistic. So what I'm getting at, and the long story short is, I devised a defense. I called it the 25-6-4, which I had 2 down linemen, 5 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. And I called it the 25-6-4, Chicago. 25-6-4 anyway. So what I'm getting at is this. I invented the 2 down lineman, 5 linebacker defense that Bill Belecheck is taking credit for now. In the Madden, I invented that. And I'm not getting the credit that I so well deserve. I stifled Michael Vick with that defense. I had to create it because Madden game is garbage. You let a quarterback run 700 fucking yards, and I would have that defense running to perfection. And I stifled Michael Vick every time. 10 yards rushing, 9 yards rushing, 20 yards rushing. He could not get the allotted yards that he used to get. I was a beast at the game. And my boy accused me of weakening the players up, me weakening Michael Vick up, which I didn't do, but I did on Jerome Bettis. I will not lie to you, because we used to play for money, not weaken motherfuckers up to win. The bottom line is, Bill Belecheck is getting credit for that 25 defense that he played. And I'm the one that invented it in 2001 on Madden to stop Michael Vick. And I want to be recognized by the National Football Canton Hall of Fame. I want the recognition for inventing that defense. Now, I know other coaches may try to take credit for it in college, but I'm the one that started it. And I'm wondering if Bill Belichick could have seen me. I didn't upload videos back then. Did I play online? I may have played online. Maybe someone he knows played it and says, man, this dude's fucking a beast with this defense or something. Maybe, I don't know. But I want to know what happened, because I invented that 25-6-4 Chicago defense. I invented that shit. I mean, what the fuck? Michael Vick couldn't do shit. He couldn't do shit. Because my fucking linemen clogged them holes up, and then my linebackers just terrorized his ass. And the fucking secondary was spotless. Spotalized that motherfucker. I invented that, and I'm wondering if Bill Belichick, someone had to show Bill Belichick that defense. Someone had to have. Because there's no way he just picked up on that. Yeah, I mean, he's a genius. But I'm a football genius. And I'm the one that invented the 25. And I want credit for it. Like I said, I invented it because Michael Vick is Madden is a garbage game, and Michael Vick couldn't be stopped at running the ball. And we all know Michael Vick sucks. He fucking sucks. Now, this was pre-dog killing, before he was a dog murderer. This is when he was actually a decent running back as a quarterback, because he was never a good quarterback. I want credit for it. I want to be allocated the credit in the National Football Hall of Fame as the one that created that defense. I want credit for that shit. I'm serious about that. I'm not bullshitting. So, I took the Cleveland Browns team. I ran the Chicago to 25-06-2-4. I ran that shit, and I stifled Michael Vick. I stopped him. I made the kid rage quit a few times, and he accused me of weakening Michael Vick. No, I never weakened Michael Vick, because that was in my mind. I said, I'm not going to weaken him to let the game beat me. I weakened Jerome Bettis now because he was damn overpowered, and it was bullshit. And we was playing for money, and he knows it, and he couldn't do nothing about it. He could accuse me of it, but I would never let him check the fucking roster. Good-looking bitch just drove by me. Probably thinks I'm nuts talking to myself, talking to the fucking head, whatever. I am nuts. Not because I'm talking to myself. I am nuts. But anyway, I want credit. So if anyone gets this to Bill Belichick, look, I like you. I respect you as a head coach. I do. But you did catch wind of that 25-6-4 Chicago defense from me. You know, you just admit it. You did it. And I won't even make no more. I won't even. If you admit it on national TV in one of your press conferences, say, look, I watched you play. I won't make a video about it no more. You don't even have to put me in the Hall of Fame. But I want credit where credit's due. I invented that defense to stop Michael Vick. And I noticed about 5 years later, you started using that. You started using it on the Monday night game. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? I said, this guy's watching my shit. Because that's what fucking happened. So as long as you give me the allocated credit that I deserve, I have no problem with it. Just mention me in one of your press conferences. Say, El Presador made this defense up, and, it's very valuable. And that's all I ask for. I don't think that's too much to ask. Anyway, that's my rant. But I invented that defense. And, I've invented offenses too, because being a great defensive mind like me, that's why Belecheck is a genius. He knows what his offense can, he knows what his offense can go against, and knows what his defense can't stop. So he experiments. And I knew by putting 2 defensive linemen over there clogging the holes up, Michael Vick would have to go hit another hole, and my linebackers would be right there for him. And Michael Vick not being the greatest passer in the world, actually a terrible passer, I knew my fucking secondary would be able to cover him. I knew this would work, and it was 100% scientifically proven that it worked at least 100% times. Like I said, this dude never come over my house and played no more. We were scared. I mean, I did throw an ashtray at him one time because I threw an ashtray at him. I had a 21-3 lead. I was the New England Patriots. He was the Seattle Seahawks. And I started running the clock out in the third quarter, something that I never do. But I said, you know what? There's money involved. I'm going to run the clock out. Well, he started running this about me like, you're scared, this and that. So they scored. He scored, and he finally took the lead. And I just got frustrated. I threw a fucking ashtray right at his fucking head. Never came over again. I've talked to him now, but I was pissed. Because you know what? If I would have just continued to run the clock out, he wasn't going to score again. Whatever. I'm rambling now. So anyway, Bill Belichick, ball's in your court. Will you do the right thing? Give him my so well-deserved credit. I hope you do. I invented it. In 2001, I'm going to say somewhere around September 2001. Yeah, I invented that shit. And Belichick used it probably in 2005. It was on a Monday night game. I forget who they were playing. But he had two down linemen. And then there's bullshit. Because he somehow had to watch. I wasn't on YouTube then, but I'm telling you, man, I was probably online. He had to watch my shit. He had to have. So I want credit for it. I want the credit I'm deserved. Yeah, Belichick copied off me. Yeah, Belichick's a genius, but honestly, I'm a more of a genius. I'm a bigger football genius. Well, I played the game. Well, Belichick played the game too, but he was a fucking center. I tormented centers. I terrorized them. Belichick ain't got the football mind I have. That's for fucking damn sure. I was a fucking great player. I would have even been a better coach. God. I bet I could run from here right now to that store right now and sack the quarterback if I had to. I really believe so. I believe I can run over there on the football field. I believe I can get there in 3 seconds. Now, if we were just running right now for here just to see if I can run, probably about 10 seconds. But you put me on a football field, my speed was impeccable. It was unbelievable. It's totally different on a football field too. It really was. I mean, I'm not the fastest guy. I'm not the slowest guy, but I'm not the fastest guy in the world just running around. But you put me on that gridiron, man, it was like a fucking light switch. It's just something. It was crazy. I remember it like yesterday. He'll give me the credit. Oh, the camera's still on, you dumbass.